Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Hugh Peterson. I'm the product manager for half of what we have in QA Fusion. Today, we're going to talk about my portion of it, and basically, it's a machine QA software for all your TG 142 needs. The other portion of it is an integrated QA management software, our QA Pilot, and we've integrated these two packages into a single entity called QA Fusion, which not only allows you to do your machine QA, but also incorporate it and integrate it into a management database package that we call QA Pilot. And my PowerPoint is always giving me fits. There we go. So like I mentioned, today we're going to cover the second part of it, which is PIPSpro. And we like to think of it as TG 142 made easy. It covers a number of different tests for TG 142, and you can customize it as well to suit your specific needs for your own protocols. But just a bit of housekeeping today. This webinar is being recorded, so if you have signed up for it, you will be receiving an email with a link for the recording, so you can share it with colleagues, or you can revisit it if you'd like. We won't be answering questions during the presentation, but there's a dialog box for questions, and I'll address those questions at the end. Just a bit about Standard Imaging. We were incorporated in 1989, so we just celebrated our 30th year last year. And we're based in Middleton, Wisconsin, which is just outside of Madison. We've got a very good relationship and in some cases partnership with both the UW Cancer Center, but also definitely with the University of Wisconsin Calibration Lab. So we have a full suite of QA products for radiation oncology, including, as you'll see here, our PIPSpro software, but our 3D water phantom, our 1D water phantom, a number of different phantoms for different functionalities, as well as our line of electrometers and our line of X-ray and ion chambers. So we're definitely a full suite, full functioning, complete integrated solution packages for your QA needs. So basically with the PIPSpro, I'll get into that now, we can automate the analysis of over 30 TG142 recommended QA tasks, including your MV and KV imagers, and that's the planar and also the cone beam CT capabilities. MLC QA for both image-based tests as well as log file-based tests for leaf speed and things like that. Image-based being something along the lines of your picket fence or your leaf transmission, leaf position, things like that. We have an automated Winston-Lutz test, our stereotactic module, which allows you to quickly and easily check your machine QA for stereotactic. We have an automated radiation light field test, which also includes an automated central axis accuracy test as well. And star shot analysis, so the star shot covering the gantry couch and collimator star shots as needed. And then we also have an igrt component. This is kind of a database for trending and tracking your shifts and your movements and your changes over time. So that's part of the package as well. And I'll kind of touch on each of these as we go along, and then I'll kind of show you a couple instances of how easy the interface of the software is. So basically, the nice thing about PIPSpro is it's scalable. So you can either use it at a single facility, small local 1 or 2 LINAC site, but it can also have a centralized database, which will allow you to use it in an enterprise type of situation, say something like along the lines of a 21st century oncology or Genesis or the like, where you have a number of facilities you're covering, and the database is centralized for those tests, and you can actually look and compare and see how how tests at each facility are comparing to each other. Very easy department and user setup. You can see on the little screenshot in the lower corner, we're breaking it down into divisions, which is that overarching component. The departments, your individual facilities and clinics, users, Linux, thresholds, and phantoms, and I'll touch on those as we move along. But the departments being the actual facilities themselves. And Citrix server support for enterprise-wide systems. And again, like I mentioned, the centralized database for your enterprise-wide results and trending. And baselines give you the ability to set those up and then have quick selects for the tests that you want to do and jump directly into. So as I mentioned, kind of the divisions and departments and the users, we also have the individual LINAC database information set in. You set up your individual LINACs accordingly, whether you've got what type of MLCs you have, what type of EPID imager, or if you have OVI on it, or the KV imagers. Also, whether you have a 6D or a 3D couch, things like that. That's all get puts into the database management system for the specific facility. And then on the right, you'll see the thresholds for the individual tests. These thresholds are set at the TG142 recommendations, but like I said, you can customize them for your results as well if you want to loosen or tighten the tolerances as you see fit. So one nice feature too is we also have a results dashboard that shows you exactly what your last analysis date and results were. They're shown in a pass, fail, and alert status, yellow, green, red, and also shapes. So you can see if there's some colorblind issues that might arise with a user. They have the ability to kind of see those icons as well, very easily to see what the results were. Getting into some of the specific testing, we have the planar imaging both for QA and KV and MV. You can see our examples of our phantoms below left, the KV-based phantom and the MV-based phantom. Similar test results on the right for either the KV or the MV. That phantom, the software will actually automatically find those regions of interest, both for density, for resolution, the line pairs you can see there, things like that will automatically be found by the software. We utilize a flood field below that just to check for uniformity and then contrast and noise and contrast. And you can see there's 5 different positions throughout the phantom, and then for uniformity, and then there's 2 for the contrast, which basically finds not only the darkest region of the phantom, but also the lightest portion of the flood field as well. And those are all incorporated. And then you'll see here the results show up for your resolution tests, for your uniformity tests, your noise, and your contrast to noise, showing you in green, yellow, and red, pass, fail, and caution, just like we do for the dashboard. And then you've got your MTF curve here showing it for the resolution tests. We also, as I mentioned, have comprehensive cone beam CTqa, and you get utilizing the CAT fan, either the 503 or 504 for Electa and Varian, the 600 series for diagnostic phantom side as well, and you get a results overview like you see here. Again, just a quick view of your different tests here, and then your pass, fail, and caution results in red, yellow, and green as well. So very quick and easy to pick up those and see what those results are. All the results are automatically calculated. You can see the test results here for the different tests we do. The uniformity and noise, the Hounsfield unit constancy, the geometric distortion, slice thickness, the low contrast visibility and detectability. And you'll see here again, same thing. The results show up in a green, yellow, red result. And then you'll also see what portions of that phantom are scrutinized for that specific test. And you can also, as you move through, you can click on any of these test results and bring you to that specific slide and those specific test results. In this case, we have the geometric distortion and the slice thickness test results showing. The leaf speed test, we utilize log files and gives you a result for travel speed, and it's an actual leaf speed loss. So it's an actual individual check of each individual leaf. It's not done like some of the other systems out there, which give you basically an average result of the total leaf movement. This actually incorporates each individual leaf movement and gives you a result for those specific leaves. In this situation here, you can see on the results page here, showing you each individual leaf of the left bank and the right bank, and showing you those results, showing you movement of the inner leaves. You can see here, typically this is kind of typical of a result of a system where you might see some errors on the outer leaves because you don't use those as much and they don't move as much. There might be some dust or some excess lubricant buildup that might slow them down. So this is pretty typical of what you see in a lot of situations. But all the leaves that typically get used on a normal basis are operating within tolerances and a passing tolerance at that. What you see here are basically the 10 worst culprits, if you will, for the left bank and the right bank, showing you, and those obviously would be these leaves out on the outside here, showing you the errors there. But we do not only the leaf speed, we do a segmented IMRT, both step and shoot, and a moving window test, as well as leaf position repeatability as well. And the image-based test we've got the multi-port or the picket fence, as it's typically referred to. A leaf position accuracy, showing you the accuracy of the right bank and the left bank, as well as the leaf transmission test, just showing you the results that are the inner bank leakage and the inner leaf leakage as well. Radiation light field coincidence test. We've got a phantom for this. This is our FC2 phantom. You can see you can do either a 10 by 10 or a 15 by 15 radiation light field test. And basically the software will pick up the radiation field, which is denoted here in green as compared to the light field, which is in red. And then there are a set of 4 fiducials, one for the 15 by 15 and one set of 4 for the 10 by 10. In this case, it's a 15 by 15 test. Software will automatically find those fiducials, run the calculation automatically, and then give you automatic results, showing you in this Cartesian type plane here, showing you the radiation light field displacement, the radiation crosshair displacement, and the light field crosshair displacement. So you're getting a lot of good information from this one chart. We also do the star shot analysis, and you can do this EPID or film. Obviously, some of the tests, because of the rotation of the gantry, require film over EPID, but you can do either one. And basically, it's a one-click on the center of the image. The software will automatically find the result and calculate, or find the rays and calculate the result automatically for you. And it follows the TG142 protocol, as you can see on the right, utilizing it finds the smallest circle that would incorporate all the rays of the star shot, and that diameter of that circle is your result. And there's a specific size of that circle that is dictated for the recommended result there. The stereotactic module is an automated Winston-Lutz test. You can do either MLC-based or cone-based QA. It will calculate your optimal shifts in 3D space for your X, Y, and Z movement and position to get that to get your isocenter into the perfect position. And you can utilize pretty much any Winston Lutz Phantom on the market. We've got a couple different ones that we utilize. You can see here. This is an example of our pointer Phantom, our basic pointer Phantom. We also have an advanced 3D pointer Phantom, which has 3 micrometers that allow you to do those fine adjustments in the X, Y, and Z position. And that's available as well. And then we also have a small Winston Lutz cube that has a ball marker at the center of the 5 centimeter cube. And those are all available from Standard Imaging as well. And then our igrt module, as I mentioned, this is kind of a just a database type situation where you can put in your daily deviations in the X, Y, and Z positions daily for either your 2D, your KV, your MV, or your 3D cone beam CT positions as well. And then you can utilize those daily placements and trending for trending to be able to make those trending graphs and see how things are progressing over time. So now I just want to kind of maybe just give you a quick look at some of the tests we do for the software. I won't go through all of them. I just want to kind of give you a taste of what the interface is like. If you do want to see the software more in depth, please feel free at the end of the talk here. I'll have a couple of emails up there that you can check to send into our sales group. They can get a hold of me, or they can set up a time with you to do a more in-depth demonstration. But for the time being, let's take a look at the software. So here's the PIPSpro starting screen. As I mentioned, we have the dashboard here. And the nice thing about our dashboard is you can actually show have it shown on startup, or just have it on and off when you want to take a look at it. So there's an example here of a few of the tests that have been recently done, and the results. And I can hide that at any time. And you can see here, display dashboard on start if you want to do that, but you can always access it and hide it with this button. But our system manager, like I said, this is kind of where we set up things within the hierarchy of our divisions, our departments, our users. So divisions, for example, I've got one set up for Standard Imaging. It's got division users, which are the names of people who are using it. Our departments, this is where you'd set up your clinics and hospitals specifically. Users, this is the names of those people using it. Nice thing about this too is you have different levels of security. So if you have an administrator that wants access to be able to change the thresholds and things like that within there, you can set that up. Or you can have a standard user kind of situation, which just has the ability to perform the tests and bring the data into the software, but does not have access to changing any of the administrative components. So that's how the users are set up. Linux, I kind of touched on. Excuse me, touched on a little bit here. This is where you set up your specific LINAC information. As far as the LINAC model, the name, the manufacturer, what type of MLC and imagers it has on, and what type of couch. Thresholds, as I mentioned, that's where you have your test result thresholds, and you can change those. They are set up from Standard Imaging with the TG142 thresholds set up already. And then phantoms, this is the different types of phantoms you would have as far as what you've got for the KV imager, the MV imager, what CAT fan you're using. Nice thing about our KV and our KV imager and our MV imager phantoms, they actually come calibrated for frequency from the factory, and those numbers can be entered in. But as far as setting up your different machines, Maple Hospital, I've got the TrueBeam set up, and you can see that whatever active machine is always going to be up here in the top menu bar. So I've got Maple Hospital TrueBeam. Then I can jump into my different applications. As I mentioned, KV and MV Imager QA. You just want to, these are my quick selects that once it's baseline, these will actually pop up and give you the ability to go right to these tests. I'm going to do a single planar MV test right now. So I'm going to load this up, and it automatically remembers the directory that you have set for these images. Bring that in. It'll automatically bring in that, and it'll automatically find the regions of interest, as you can see here. Calculates those. I accept those. It runs through the calculation. This is where it will find those 5 points of interest for uniformity on the flood field, as well as the darkest area and the lightest area, and give you those results here. So you're seeing your resolution test, so your F30, F40, F50 for the line pairs, your uniformity results, your noise results, and your contrast to noise, as well as your RMTF curve here for the resolution. And that's for the KV and the MV test. I'm going to close that, and then I will pop open let's take another look at the cone beam test. All right, load up my my image set there. Nice thing about the software, running a little slow today. My wife is on the working from home. Our server is a little slow today. Very slow today. There we go. Oh, that's why, because I did not set this test. So this is good, actually. I'll show you once you just kind of how to set a quick setup. Like I mentioned, it remembers where things are, but I have not done this one yet. So, because I just added a new version of the software, a new build of the new version of the software we're working on. So I apologize for that. Let me find my image-based imager QA. My demo images. My imager QA. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Forgot where I put them. Never always goes smoothly. So I open those up, load those in, and it's basically auto detecting the features of the cat fan. It looks for. Oh, that's what I get for using a beta. I apologize. This is still beta software of our newest package, so my apologies. Okay. Like I said, things never go perfectly when I do a demo. All right, so there. Now we're open again. We're detecting the images. There we go. And as you saw, basically it finds this key slice, and the key slice has the component pins, and then the software then knows how to go and look for the rest of the components. So here's our results overview, like I had mentioned, showing you the uniformity of noise, the Hounsfield constancy, all the different tests. I can click on any one, bring up that specific slice, and give you those results here. So that's kind of how easy things are to navigate and view your results. Everything can be exported. Everything can be printed out in reports. And I'll kind of show you an example of that when I jump back into the PowerPoint in 1 minute here. But I wanted to also maybe show you the stereotactic module as well. And I can load that up. Here's my MLC. Like I said, it remembers those specific spots, even though last time I didn't because I had not gone there yet because of the new build of the software. But once this is done, it'll always remember your location. I bring in those images. They bring them in, run the automatic calculation. The green square notes the radiation edge that was detected. The green cross is the center of that radiation field, and then the yellow cross is the center of the ball marker. So that gives you your deviations in your U and V direction, which is your V is the cross plane, U is the in plane, and then it will automatically calculate the optimal shifts here to give you those shifts to get the isocenter into the ball marker into the perfect isocenter, to just kind of show you what those shifts are. So that's an example of the few tests in the software. Let me jump back into the PowerPoint now. And one thing as I mentioned, this is a component of QA Fusion, and QA Fusion incorporates our QA pilot QA management software. So it allows you to basically automatically transfer all your test results from PIPSpro into our QA pilot software, and gives you the results over in our QA pilot, not only in an overview like you see here. You can see our TG142 table for our cone beam tests, our KV planar tests, MV planar tests, mechanical tests, things like that. But you can also dive into deeper into the actual results for those specific tests as well. And then, like I mentioned, you have the ability to print out any number of these test results as well. Here's the radiation light field test results from PIPSpro in QA Pilot, but you can also print these out directly from PIPSpro as well in PDF form, or just save them accordingly to the directory. So as I mentioned, this is a new version coming, version 5.7.1, which will add the functionality of the direct upload of the PIPSpro test results to our QA Pilot QA management software. We have enhanced the marker detection in the cone beam CT to make it a little more, it's quicker and more precise as far as the detection of the targets in the CAT fan are concerned. And we also have enhanced some of our Electa kind of functionality for the TRF files for those leaf speed modules as well. So the PIPSpro, provides quantifiable and repeatable results. It makes it easier for you to become compliant with TG142, and being able to bring it into our QA Pilot software. It gives you the ability kind of to track and trend and have a manageable database of all your tests, not only just the tests that I've covered in PIPSpro, but the QA Pilot component also will allow you to do your absolute dosimetry, has a library of equipment that you can store, including your calibration dates, due dates, things like that. It's got a scheduling calendar, all kinds of different functionalities like that. So the PIPSpro has the centralized database, which is scalable to your specific needs. There's a results dashboard, which gives you a single view of those most recent results and their pass, caution, and fail status. Again, quantifiable results for every test with our precision phantoms and the CAT fan. It's a very intuitive user interface for each component, very quick. Has the built-in memory of where those directories are stored. So when you want to bring in the test results or the image results, you can do that very quickly, and the tests will automatically be calculated. Locates typically all the necessary targets, fiducials, and the field edge for less mouse clicks, but then also for automated results. And like I mentioned, there's over 30 TG142 tests in this single package, and they're automatically can be uploaded to our QA pilot software. So thank you very much for your time. As I mentioned, if you want to get a more in-depth view and demo of the software, please feel free to email sales@standardimaging.com or visit our website. You can see with the red arrow, there's a couple of spots where you can actually click on to find your individual rep or distributor, and they can set up a demo with you for a fuller look at the software. And feel free to also jump into our on our website in the webinars section. There we have a number of webinars going on during Astro, and our schedule and registration components are there. But I thank you very much for your time. Apologies for the little snafu in the middle, but I think like I said, this is a beta, so we're finding things like that and fixing those before it goes out to the users. But thank you very much for your time. I hope you all have a enjoyable rest of your day or evening. And if there again is anything we can do for you, please let us know. Thank you very much. And I'm going to check questions now if there are any. And I don't see any, but if you do come up with questions after the fact, please feel free again to email sales@standardimaging.com, and we will answer those as they come in. Thank you very much.